All right, we've made it to Friday. It's deadlift day. We're gonna be lifting some heavy weight. We're gonna go every 2 minutes for 5 sets. You're gonna do 1 set of 10 at 80%, 3 sets of 8 at 70%, and then finish out with 1 set of 3 at 80% again, okay? So that 80% one, that's gonna be nice and heavy, so make sure you warm up your posterior chain appropriately, which I'm sure your coach will help you with. Whenever we're deadlifting, you can either use a clean grip, both hands over, or you can use a mixed grip to help that bar not roll out of your hands, which is helpful with heavier weight, okay? For our setup for our deadlift, we want to make sure that we push our hips way back, our shins remain vertical, and our head is neutral. So don't crank your head up. Make sure you keep your head neutral. You should feel tension in your posterior chain, your hamstrings, your glutes, your low back at this point. As you stand up, the bar stays in line with the legs the whole way. Extend the hips, shoulders are behind the bar. Then on the way back down, same thing, hips go back. Make sure the shins remain vertical, kiss the ground with the weight, and stand it right back up, okay? You've got 10 reps, pretty heavy. Then we're gonna drop the weight down slightly for 3 sets of 8, and then finish out with 1 nice set of 3, which will probably feel amazing by that point. Good luck. We have a nice 2-part conditioning today. You're gonna start out with 30, 20, 10 calories on the rower and American swings. Then you're gonna look at the clock, you're gonna rest 2 minutes, and you're gonna go into another 30, 20, 10 dual kettlebell deadlifts and kipping handstand push-ups, okay? So you're gonna do 30 calories on the row, 30 swings, 20 calories, 20 swings, 10 and 10. Same format for the next piece. There's 18 minutes to finish this whole thing, okay? On the row, remember, try and pull as long as you can, drive aggressively through those legs, pull all the way to your sternum. Then on the way back in, the arms extend first, nice slow recovery back to the handle, just like a deadlift, okay? American swings are gonna be all the way up overhead with your kettlebell, making sure that you're using your hips, and you only wanna let your wrists or mid-forearm touch your inner thigh, okay? Don't drop all the way to your elbows. That's gonna put too much pressure on your low back. We're gonna try and get the bottom of the bell to point straight up to the ceiling or the sky at the top. No droopy bells, okay? Use those hips, pop it up all the way. Can you do all of your reps unbroken? That's a good challenge, okay? So you finish your row and your swings, you rest your 2 minutes. We're gonna go into 30, 20, 10 dual kettlebell deadlifts and handstand push-ups. For the deadlifts, the weight's gonna start outside your feet, okay? So just like a barbell deadlift, we have that narrow stance. Our shins are gonna remain vertical. You should feel this in your hamstrings. If you start to feel it in your quads, that means that you're driving your knees forward too much, and we wanna make sure that we're not doing that, okay? So hips go back, back is flat, maintain that lumbar curve. You're gonna stand it up all the way, push the hips back, kiss the ground with the weights, and repeat, okay? Once you finish your 30 reps on your first round, you're gonna go into your kipping handstand push-ups. Now, I'm gonna give you guys a scaling option for this in just a minute, but I'm gonna preface this by saying, if you are not able to hold yourself up in a handstand with your arms locked out, you are not doing kipping handstand push-ups against the wall, okay? We need to build that strength and awareness before we just fling ourselves up onto the wall. I don't want anybody to hurt their neck. Doing this, we need to build the appropriate strength. If you are ready for that, I typically let people scale up to 1 ab mat, so you shorten the range of motion slightly, but you're still able to get most of it. If you go to anything more than 1 ab mat, you're gonna be doing this little like raise the roof thing, which isn't allowing you to build the strength that you're gonna need to do the RX version of the movement. Okay, rant over. Kipping handstand push-ups. You're gonna kick up to the wall with a slightly wider width than your regular handstand hold. Think of a squat versus a deadlift. Try and hide your ears with your shoulders at the top. As you lower down, you're gonna tuck your elbows in. Your head is gonna touch the ground gently. Your booty's gonna drop to the wall. Knees are gonna come all the way into your chest. Explode by kicking the legs straight up, and then try and hide your ears at the top. As you figure this out, you can start going a little bit faster, okay? If that's not in your wheelhouse yet, or if you're like, I could do a couple of those, maybe you do a few over here, and then we go to the bench. Now, there's 2 options on the bench. You can go on your knees, or on your toes. The knee version is gonna be significantly easier than the toes. And to do that, you're gonna put your knees up on the bench, walk your hands in as close as you can. Try and touch your nose to the bench at the top. As you come down, you're gonna lead with the shoulders, bringing your head forward in front of your hands so you can see your fingertips at the bottom, elbows are in, and then drive the nose back to the bench, okay? If that feels easy, you can pop up to those toes. Same idea, head towards the bench, head comes forward, elbows in, and head goes back, okay? Notice my elbows are tucked in this way and not going out to the side, all right? Form is key on these. Let's build that strength and get a good workout. Okay, we're gonna finish up today with some snatch grip RDLs and some jackknife crunches, okay? We've got 3 rounds of this. For our RDLs, we're gonna use that snatch grip, so wide grip bars in the hip crease. Use your hook grip if you can. The RDL, Romanian deadlift, means the legs are gonna stay straight. You can unlock the knees, but we're not gonna bend the legs, okay? Push the hips back, go as far as you can with nice straight legs and a flat back for 8 reps. Moderate weight here, you can play around with the weight. Then we're gonna go into 60 seconds of some jackknife crunches. That's what Justin calls them, I call them tuck-ups, whatever works for you. But you're gonna come up, it's like a modified V-up where you're tucking your knees into your chest. Maybe you try with your hands behind your head. That'll make it a little bit harder. Rest is needed, you've got 3 rounds.